If you had cerebral palsy, would you still live life with a sense of adventure and to the fullest? For many, the assumption of cerebral palsy being a mental disability is all too common. But what does the expert say?
When it comes to cerebral palsy, you can have two people with the exact same diagnosis and everyone's needs are different. GMFCS is a scale that's used. It's called the Gross Motor Function Classification System. And out of 5 different levels, Jess is a 4. And what it means is it affects the motor cortex and the basal ganglia. It's not like Jess doesn't understand or Jess doesn't want to talk. It's just the muscular thing, isn't it?
A lot of people with disabilities, they look for reasons why they can't do things. You know, oh, it's too hard, oh, I can't walk. Whereas with Jess, she says, yeah, I'll do that. Now, how do I do it? And she'll find a way of doing it.
Going back, I think when she would have been about 14 by that stage, and she decided that she would really like to have a go at flying an aircraft. She could actually get into an aircraft. You could give her a heading and an altitude, and she understood the concept of airspace and flight radio telephone procedures and stuff. So you could actually fly from point A to point B, and she actually understood where she was, how she was to get there, what airspace she was going through, what frequencies we were supposed to be on. She is non-verbal, but when you get used to talking with Jessica, she's very verbal, extremely verbal. The book launch was an enormous success. It was Jessica's first effort, and it was a spectacular effort.
Thanks for coming to my book launch. Great to see so many familiar faces out there, as well as some new ones. For those of you I haven't had the honour of meeting yet,
the evening was held up here on the coast. She played to a packed house. She was like a rock star on the night. It was fantastic. Everybody had an absolutely wonderful time.
Ken had met Jess at an exhibition down in Sydney. Ken had said to me, like anybody going for a job, any prospective employee have got to meet certain selection criteria. And he said, Jess is no exception. Treat her like you would anybody else. And the first thing that hit me were the traits that Jess had. She was well presented, well groomed. She was always happy and smiling, very ambitious, and she was very keen. I knew she would embrace the position and she would take anything on board, and she was willing to be coached. And she's very good at what she does. Her skills will become really sought after, and her services will be sought after in the future. The world is her oyster.
As if photography wasn't challenging enough, her ambitious and determined personality has led her to establish her own company, Dare to Be You. Jessica continues to achieve the impossible, embarking on a remarkable project by biomedical engineer Dr. Jordan Ewan.
We get someone up there to play music alongside you in a completely different way that we've never seen before.
She will be the first person in the world to utilise the groundbreaking vision board to perform alongside the Sydney Philharmonic at the iconic Sydney Opera House in July 2016.
What made me choose Jess for this music project? Look at her. She's born to be a rock star on stage.
Photography gives me the freedom to access areas of life I thought would be impossible. For example, I never dreamt I could be a valued member of a music band. However, all bands need a photographer. Same goes for landscape photography. I get to access amazing locations for my job.
She will try anything. She's up for anything, and it's like, we're going to have a go. We're going to work out how to get her on the back of a motorcycle, and Jessica will be. You know, she's already asked. You know, when can we have a go at it, sort of thing. So we're going to attack that as the next thing to do.
We should do that, Jess. pick up celebrities in the car. You could ask them questions and stuff in the back, and then we could be like, put their songs on. We could be all singing their songs.